Welcome everyone to the 10th episode of QCast. I am your host, Glory, and today I'm joined with Rocky Buttclench from Buttclenchean Ltd. Rocky, how you doing?
Yes.
Great. I'm also joined with Cringey Buttclench from Buttclenchean Ltd. Cringey, how you doing?
Please help me. He's raping
Whoa! Oh dear God. This is why. Great. Alright, and lastly, I'm joined with Pango1998 from Nexion Armada, but of course, Pango had to go somewhere because he woke up. He woke up like he joined 4 minutes before we started, and then he frickin' decided to go get something, and he hasn't come back yet. So, Pango, how you doing? You doing good? I'm assuming you are. Great. Anyways, before we start on the news, I want to give you all.
Let's get right into the
No!
news.
No! No! Bad cringy. We were just talking about cringy stuff. Do not bring up fucking Killer Keemstar. God. All right. Before we start, I want to give you a bit of a thank you. We're of course 10 episodes in now, and you know the support for everything that all of our videos has been amazing. And let me look here. I think our first QCast that we did is sitting at over 200 views now. Yeah, 222 views. That's crazy. And you know, I really can't thank you all enough for giving us constant support and, you know, embracing what we're doing here. And, you know, it's awesome that we got the chance to do this, and I am always thankful. So, here's the next milestone. 15 million like ratings. No. But, you know, here's the next milestone. Hopefully we'll be able to reach
50
it.
subscribers.
50 subscribers, yes. We actually did lose one
That's actually not too hard to get, though.
We did lose one subscriber, though. We went from 44 to 43. I'm guessing it was probably like Sake J 99 or someone from Unity League or TVR because I kept on bashing them. But oh well. Right. Oh, hey, Pengo's back. Welcome back, buddy. How you doing?
How do we get food?
Anyways, so also in the bottom right of your screen now, I finally got a chat ready. So now you can see that, and yeah, it looks awesome. Unfortunately, I'll have to mess around with it. It was kind of a last minute thing, but yeah. So again, thank you all. Now we got a good QCast for you. We got a Q&A to do. We received a lot of good questions. And also, Pengo, before I forget, I need your email. Email me, like, send me your email in the DMs, and I need to add you as a collaborator so you can view the questions. So, for the Q&A, just so you know. Alright, where was I? Oh, thank you, Pengo. Hold on. Let me just do that quickly. Add collaborators. Bada bing, bada boom. Send. Alright, you should have it. Alright, so before we do that, though, we do need to discuss one news story that happened this week. There was a bit of a security scare during in CSYN this week. So I will be reading their official statement, and I will give basically the full rundown of what Astro told me, because I'm guessing he probably since he told me that stuff. I mean, it sounded like he wouldn't mind me using it on here. So I'm gonna read the official statement. The link to it is in the description. So yeah. At Centerfall member, hello. I'm sure many of you are quite confused about the events that have occurred over the past few days. We have recently had a few issues with unauthorized persons gaining legate access to the Centerfall Syndicate's community portal, notably from the Unity League, an alliance ruled by Slacks and Adore/Ascend, who is our good old friend the Boss, who we love to, well, formerly known as the Boss. These malicious persons promoted others to legates, changed and edited posts, and removed legitimate members as a means of extortion. Fortunately, we have now been able to resolve this incident quickly and smoothly, and although some damage was done, we can now say that there will be no further. There was a backup organization created, now dubbed Afterlife. It will remain there. Please, if you are among those who were kicked from the community portal page unexpectedly, we apologize and encourage you to reapply to the page to restore your membership. Thank you all for your patience, understanding, and cooperation on this incident. And I think actually I was kicked from the Cinderfall Syndicate as well. Hold on, let me check. I think I was. I applied to the new one. No. Okay, I'm good. I think I was kicked though. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, that was quite a crazy thing that happened. U-League, of course, is doing quite a bit of damage. Let me see if I can find what was said, what Astro told me. Yeah, here we go. So, he told me in the DMs, back when Dark was around, and this is Dark with 2 R's, we had a joint account that was shared between the administration, dubbed CSYN MAG for Magistrate. So when Dark became a Magistrate, he of course was given access to that account after his probation. After we discovered Dark to be a leak, we cut him off and everything changed. The password and changed the password to the CSYN Magistrate account. Turns out, though, if you change the password, but an active session is left open elsewhere, it doesn't log out of the active session, which is problematic and standard security for these days. So Dark was able to promote TVR alts and accounts to legates, and there was, of course, nothing we could do. And from there, Space Potato took over, and the rest is history. The 3 original alts that were promoted a very short while after Dark was fired. They just haven't been doing anything until now. So, it was pretty crazy, this whole thing. What do you guys think about it?
Definitely could have been avoided. I mean, the thing is, what did he need to do that he needed legged access? I mean, for the most part, you know, people shouldn't need legged access. There should only be very few people, and they shouldn't get legged just because they're in a certain rank. Because otherwise you run into these exact issues, because there's no custom permission system. So it's not like you can have them set so that they can do some things but not other things. It's either they can do everything or nothing at all. So there's really no point to having everyone having access to legged, because this, I mean, this is exactly why. If you just give legged access just because they're in a certain rank, it's gonna end badly.
Yeah.
I mean, because people, this is a great example. People will play along for a long time in order to get that access to mess with you. So you can't. You gotta only give legged to people you really trust and to people who actually need it.
Or even just keep legged to the founder of it.
Well, yeah, but my point though is that there's nothing that I could see him actually needing it for. There's no reason he specifically needed it. Because, I mean, what's he going to do? I mean, all you can really do is make posts and invite and kick, or, well, promote and kick people. I could see it for the posting, but at the same time, that's also a major security issue, because now you're giving someone the ability to post, but you're also giving them the ability to screw with everything else.
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, you know, I don't think anyone could have really expected this to happen.
I did.
No, you didn't, Pengo. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you can see. I played EVE Online. You can see stuff like this from a mile away if you pay attention.
I mean, but still.
I mean, just having that system where you're giving people access to a legged account just because they're a certain rank, that's that's to be expected that someone's gonna work their way up and just so they can screw with it.
I don't know.
I mean, it happens in EVE Online all the time. People work their way up through the ranks, and then they're given trust with something, say the corporate wallet. Next thing you know, you turn around, there's absolutely nothing in the corporate wallet. So you just lost billions of in-game currency.
I don't know. I just feel like, to be honest, I mean, true, this can happen to anyone, and I'm sure it can. Well, I mean, it has happened really to me too, not to this extent, but I have given access to a legate who I, just I had a falling out with, and can't kick him now. So this was in the original GLSQ organization, but it's not that big of a deal. But
you could completely refound it technically.
What?
You could delete the old org and then create a new one, which is kind of what CSYN were doing,
Yeah.
but they managed
But I mean,
kick the actual person.
The only reason really why I use GLSQ is just for the announcements and stuff like that, because GLSU's posts don't get featured, GLSQ's do. So I the bottom left corner, make it a bit bigger. It's a bit small. It is. Okay, hold on, let me fix that. As I said, I have to kind of mess around with the font a little bit. All right. Hopefully that's a little bit better. If not, oh wait, shit. Hold on. Oh, crap, you can see outlines, I think. Shoot. I'll have to mess around with it.
See whether you can put your logo thing perhaps higher up than the actual.
No, that was
chat.
I can't move the logo. That was a pre-did thing that I did originally.
You
I can't.
retard.
What? I never expected I needed a chat, alright? And I'll have to mess around with the font. For now, we'll just use that. It doesn't really matter. I'll just make the entire background just the chat. I'll mess around with it later though and see if I can fix it. Until then, it's fine. Alright. Anyways, moving onward. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Nova Quark intervened with this whole thing, and they released a forum post saying that they'll intervene once for every organization if it's bad enough. But I doubt that they'll have any more problems later on.
At the same
well done, Cinder4. You just used up your one.
At the same time, though, this also could have been avoided if the proper security measures were in place in the back end of the website. Which I get, they're working on the game more. They're trying to focus on that.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to start seeing some of these security stuff coming sooner rather than waiting till alpha, because some of this stuff is stuff that honestly it really should have been in there in the first place. Not only that, I mean, I'm assuming that they're doing a with their the staying logged in system even after browser's been closed. I'm assuming they're putting in like a hashed or one or two hashed sets of data into the database that stores the user information, and it checks if those exist when it tries to log you in as the first thing it does when you go to the page. I mean, they could easily set it up so that when you go through the change password section of the website, that it removes that remember login, remember me information. Yep. This way, when the next time someone goes to it, the information is no longer valid, so you have to recreate the remember me.
Yeah.
By relogging in. I mean that's an easy thing to fix. At least if they're set up in the way that I'd imagine they'd set up.
I don't know. We'll see what happens, but for right now, at least the live on Saturday day. Hi Technex, how you doing? Doing good? Anyways, add IP tracking sign-ins. That could be interesting.
That'd be nice. Then you can see who's logged into your account.
Yeah. Add
two-factor authentication. Yep. Yeah. That'd also be great.
Yeah. Luckily, it seems like the worst of it is over for now. But I'm sure eventually, at least until this stuff gets implemented, that you're suggesting, or at least until something gets implemented, we'll probably see at least 1 or 2 more of these situations possibly happening.
Let's hope that UL is one of the ones that it happens to.
Yes.
Well,
Alright.
The best way to protect against this, just don't give people like it who don't need it. Not even to post. If they need to post something, then have them send it through you. Because then you can also make sure that it doesn't make you look retarded. Mr. and the boss might want to try that.
In the end, Glory doesn't need to be worried about looking retarded because he looks like that all the time.
Wait, what do you need? What were you saying, Cringey?
Yeah, you don't need to make sure that people don't see you as retarded. You look retarded all the time anyway.
Very true. Very, very true. All right. So, shall we get into the Q&A portion? You think we covered enough of CSYN for this week?
Yes, yes.
All right.
This is actually probably the first week we don't cover TU in it. Yay.
Well, Fleet Admiral Coke did submit 3 questions, so technically we will cover.
Yeah, but
Turan
it's not technically fully Turan Union. It's just one member. Might be a major member, but still one member.
Well, yeah, but you know, and also one of his questions did kind of refer to Turan Union, so we will kind of refer to them, but it won't be a major story. So, thank God. Okay, so we have 12 questions that we're gonna blast through. There's a lot of them are pretty in-depth, but 2 of them are pretty interesting, and I'm going to answer those first. The first question we're going to answer is from my good friend Code24 from Objective Drive Yards. He has a 3-part question, and this is mainly directed toward Rocky and Cringey and their organization. So, let's begin. Glory, I have some very important questions regarding the butt clenches that I would like your input on. First and foremost, how much butt could a butt clench clench if a butt clench could clench butt?
I believe that might be I've actually just forgotten the word. Sorry, I'm going to.
I will answer. The answer is yes.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
Most in-depth answer. Yes.
Yes. All right. Even more importantly, which butt clench is your favorite butt clench? All right.
Me.
No.
Squidgy.
No, Rocky's actually my favorite butt clench.
I hate you now. I'm gonna leave everything.
Rocky, and why do I like Rocky the most? He's not as crazy as the other 2.
He's his boyfriend.
Yes, that too.
Okay.
But you know, he's just not as crazy as the other 2. We all know. Yes. Well, why else would I add him on Snapchat? All right.
Not to do that. Yes, that is why. That is definitely why. I've seen them as well. It's really scary. You should stop doing that, Glory.
Oh my. Okay. And the last question. Finally, should I be worried about Buttclenchean drive yards? Clearly, they are a natural competitor to Objective drive yards, but we might not be able to compete with their clenching technology. Thanks for the time.
Sorry, this is not one I can answer.
Thanks for taking the time to address my concerns. I think Squidgy Rocky, didn't you say this morning that Squidgy is the best? I'm not saying anything. Didn't you say that Squidgy was the one to answer that question?
Yeah, probably because he's competent.
It's because he's competent. Squidgy,
Yeah.
do you want me to bring you in here into the voice chat and you could give the answer on that? They send leg pics. That is very true. Squidgy, join General in the in our Discord, and you can answer that question. Here, I'll bring you in here, and you can answer. I got this shit. Squidgy, I need to set my mic up. Okay, never mind then. Rocky, answer for Squidgy.
Yes.
Yes, that's the answer. You should be worried about Buttclenchean drive yards. Their butt clenching technology is amazing. Trust me, I've seen it. Oh, Squidgy's here now. All right. Squidgy, remember push the talks on. Okay. So, answer? What's your answer? Should they be worried about Clenchy drive yards?
I agree completely with that answer.
Yes.
Yes, so in depth.
Very
That's
in-depth.
what happens when you talk to a Buttclenchean.
I'm hearing everything at one right. I've got the chat in the background. Okay.
Yes.
Well, we've been drawing loads of ship designs recently. My company, Chameleon Drive Yards, is going to be mainly based on stealth ships. And Clenchy Drive Yards, didn't we say it was going to be like general purpose, maybe industrial ships?
Yeah, industrial.
Yeah, mine are going to be light stealth fighter craft mainly, and maybe cruise ships, like like the holiday cruises and stuff.
You don't have to worry about my organisation. It's called Buttclenchean Logistics. I don't think it handles in producing ships. It's moving stuff around.
Yeah, he's going to give us the bits to make the ships.
Okay.
Yes. No, not you have to get them themselves, you lazy bastards.
You're called logistics for a reason.
I may have been slightly drunk when I asked these questions, by the way. That's great, Code. That's
the
great.
best condition to ask questions.
Yes, that is.
It is indeed.
All right. All right, thanks, Squidgy. We'll see you later. Bye. Okay. And that was Squidgy Buttclench. Let's give him a hand. No one? There we go. Yes.
Doesn't sound like fun.
I have to hit myself, otherwise I can't hear it. I have to hold down N to be able to speak.
Alright. Well, that was eventful. Yes, it was, Squidgy. Alright, so hopefully that answered your question, Code. Thanks for submitting your question. Alright, next question is from Dexio. Okay, this one is a bit of a headache creator, but let's do this shit. Okay, if JUGL is glory, and glory is JUGL, but then glory is Dramaglorort, but he is also JUGL. Would Dramaglorort report on glory as JUGL judging glory about being Dramaglorort, reporting on glory judging JUGL, speaking on Dramaglorort?
Please speak English.
Sure, yes, maybe, I don't know. We don't know these questions.
Unknown. Gloria's mind broke.
Yeah, literally, my mind did break when I read that question for the first time. I was like, what the fuck is this? Could I repeat that? Sure thing, Krurok. Yep, I will. Now. Okay. If JUGL is glory, and glory is JUGL, but then glory is Dramaglorort, but he is also JUGL. Would Dramaglorort report on glory as JUGL, judging glory about being Dramaglorort, reporting on glory, judging JUGL, speaking on Dramaglorort? There you go. That Pengo got it.
As I've said before, he is not speaking English.
Yep. All right. So Dexio, the answer to your question is yes. I am Dramaglorort reporting on myself as JUGL judging myself about being Dramaglorort, reporting on myself, judging JUGL, speaking on Dramaglorort. So that's your answer. Now, dumb answers out of the way. Well, dumb questions out of the way. Thank you, Dexio, and thank you, Code, for your interesting questions. We actually got real questions now.
Tristan, you spelled that wrong, you idiot. It doesn't have an E in it. Doesn't have an E in it.
He's Danish. What do you expect? Give him some slack, man. Jeez.
We have Danish in our language, some places.
All right. Speaking of which, to anyone who if anyone wants to add in any more questions, the form link to the Q&A is in the in the description. Yes. All right. So The first question is, well, we got 3 questions from Fleet Admiral Coke, so we're going to go through all the rest of the questions in order. Excuse me. Okay, so the first question from Fleet Admiral Coke is, what will GLSQ's relationships and policy be like towards larger organizations like Turan Union and Band of Outlaws? So I'm guessing he's talking about GLSU, because GLSQ isn't much of anything. It's just, so I'm going to answer for GLSU. My opinion towards the larger organizations, with the exception of Unity League because they fucking suck dick, is GLSU right now wants to be on good terms with all the organizations. We don't want to... I'd prefer not to have anything set on paper in terms of like alliances or trade deals yet. I want to kind of wait until Alpha to see what happens and see if there's anything that changes. And then once Alpha comes around, I think we're going to start branching out and kind of working with other organizations. That's at least what I want to do. Cringey's mainly the guy in charge of foreign affairs. So he'd probably be the better one to answer that. But that's at least what I want to do. So
at the moment, we're allied with everyone that isn't called Unity League.
Yes.
And their associates.
Yeah, or Frog Swarm. Frog Swarm 2.
Yeah. Right, and anyone that's associated with with Unity League.
Is that fact or bullshit? I'm 20% of the English language. 20%. Interesting.
It does sound realistic. I mean, quite a lot of the language is made out of other languages.
Cringey. Kurok said he likes having foreign affairs. Hugh.
Just stop.
I don't actually get that one, honestly. I have a bad sense of humor in that case.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Yeah, don't ask.
I'm 15. I'm old enough.
Okay.
We'll give you an hour, then we'll come back to it.
Moving onward. So that's our opinions towards the larger. Bill Clinton liked having affairs too, just not foreign. Very true. Okay.
Oh no,
now he gets it. Now he gets it.
I heard the penny drop.
All right.
Kurok, please go and fall off a cliff. It'll be very thanked.
Wow, you're saying that to our viewers, man. How dare you? All right. But anyways, also in terms of policy and stuff towards like other organizations, it really is going to be on a case-by-case basis. We might have different things with Empire than Turan Union. I mean, we're going to do what's best for us. That's at least the goal. We don't want to just, say, I don't know where I was going with that, but we're gonna do what's best for us, of course, or at least that's the plan. We're gonna probably change up different things, like we might have a non-aggression pact with one organization, or just a trade deal with something else. We're gonna we'll get there. We'll get there. At the moment, nothing too crazy is set up. We're just planning on. We want to be friends with a lot of the organizations. Neutrality.
We want to be as neutral as possible. We want to be minus Unity League.
Minus Unity League. We want to be friends with as many organizations as possible. I mean, Turan Union. We're of course becoming, I think, better friends now. Because we've been live streaming a lot together. Shameless plug for our live stream tomorrow with Turan Union.
Yes, we are now officially at War Turan Union. We're no longer friends. Get out.
Yes. We'll get to that. That's one of the questions that's Fleet Admiral questions. Quote, questions. All right.
He's dead.
Okay. The next question is, why should an organization choose to join GLSU over another member org like CSYN, for example? And this is a question from Fleet Admiral. This is another question from Fleet Admiral Cook. And since you guys are you were the ones who decided to join GLSU whenever I message you, I think it would be better if all 3 of you guys would answer this instead of me, at least for now. And I'll.
Well,
So
first off, we've already sort of established that you can be in CSIN and be in GLSU, since GLSU itself is in CSIN.
I know, but
So,
why would you?
CSIN specifically.
But if we're talking about if you're choosing between one or the other, like say we weren't, what would be the benefits of choosing us over CSYN? That's what
smaller, so it's a little bit more. You're more likely to get a bigger say since we're smaller. I'm not exactly sure how.
Our chat is more of a shit show.
What was that?
Our chat is more of a shit show.
Cringey, you're not even in CSYN's chat. How do you even know?
I just know.
Okay, Rocky, what do you want to say on the matter?
I wasn't done. But people kept cutting me off.
It's fun.
All right, I'll let Pengo finish.
Okay,
so
Pengo, finish.
We're smaller, so you're more likely to be noticed. You're not going to be that little group that hardly gets paid attention to. So we're small, more likely to be paid attention to.
We already established
pretty active as well. Okay. We're pretty active. There's also, yeah, that's about all I can think
of. Rocky, what did you want to say?
Most of what I was going to say has been said by Pengo, but the reason that I decided to convince Cringey and Squidgy to join is mainly because, like, you approached us. We were quite happy just to go off on our own and try to do shit, but the fact that we were approached by like a smaller member org, like, it was more convincing to us than just reading a bunch of literature on the website. So, you know.
I honestly wanted to join the Emperor at the time.
Great.
He was alone in that.
Alright. Well, let me give my whole spiel about this and my opinion on it. One of the reasons why I think GLSU is better than CSYN is I think that, and I need to tread carefully here because CSYN is in this chat. They'll kick me if I shit on them too much. Fuck.
They won't.
We're better than them. Nah. CSYN is a good organization. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that they suck. I like CSYN for what they are. I like their people. You know, they have a lot of good organizations in them. They have a lot of smart people in them.
They have a leader that you fancies me for some reason.
Yes, they have Astro. Astro is a wonderful person. Astro's a good guy. But one of my, I don't know. I think the better way to go about this is by reading off the message that I sent to, the message draft that I send off to every organization that I, asked to join GLSU. For those of you who don't know, I, instead of like trying to get people to come to us, I specifically go out and ask organizations to join us. So I go through the organization list almost every day. And then I look at all of the organizations, and if I see any of them that I like, I send them a message. I've gone through this before, but I'll read the message out right now. Hello, I am Glory, founder and leader of GLSQ, an organization that intends to become a leader in the industry market. I have contacted you to invite you to and your organization, blank, that's where you put the organization, of course, to an organization we have been working on that might interest you. GLSU, a corporation-led union. What we are. GLSU is a union that brings together smaller organizations that may need a bit of a helping hand. We want to support our associates with 3 things. GLSQ products. Let's face it, most constructs will probably be extremely expensive and a challenge to manufacture for some organizations due to many factors. We want to help with that. If you become an associate of GLSU, we will be able to provide you with discounted products such as ships, scripts/programs, weapons, etc. We want to help you keep an edge in the fight through superior technology and firepower. Opportunity. If you join GLSU as an associate, you'll be able to join in on several opportunities that other organizations may not have access to. For example, we were able to get GLSU affiliated with the Outlaws Aerospace Expo, aka the thing that no one really talks about anymore. That's a shame. It sucks that the Outlaws Aerospace Expo isn't really as active as it was, because that was a good idea, and I hope they still intend to do that, even though it's not really.
If not, we can do our own.
We can do our own, yes. We'll do a collective aerospace expo. We'll name it something interesting. And what was said in the QCast? This is way different to what we read.
Well, I've got no idea how to list the message, so yeah.
You delete.
I've still got it somewhere.
It can't be GLSU glory scripted confirmed. Okay, look, all right. I get that this is a scripted message, but look, I'm not going to. Hold on. Let me go on to the thing, right? I fucking have sent out. Hold on. Let me sort this stuff out. Okay. Important business propositions, right? This is what I keep on calling it. I sent out about 550 messages of these, right? Okay, Outlaws Expo is still happening, can confirm. So, you know, and all of these are organizations. I did not send an organization thing out to all of the organizations, because just I do go through every organization that comes out.
That's what I was sent.
Yeah, that was the old message. Don't worry. That was a super old message.
Yes, that was.
Yeah.
That is a message as well.
I received that December 20th of last year.
Yeah, you and Cringey, you and Rocky got the updated message. You got the one that I'm reading right now. Okay.
Really?
So, yeah, you did. We will be able to provide you with this kind of associates of GLSU will be able to attend the expo and even submit their ship designs to be shown off during the show. Community. Community is extremely important to us at GLSU. So important that it's the main part of our motto: strength through community. GLSU associates can communicate with organizations just like yours, whether it's forming alliances or with a military organization, or working with an industrial organization to make an amazing construct. We are even taking it a step further and have created Project Collective, a city that gives associates a workspace so that they can get ahead in the game and never have to feel completely alone. If your organization is interested in joining GLSU, please select the player from your, and then I basically go through all the this certain point. There isn't much to talk about. My motto is better. No, your isn't, Pango. Do you even have a motto?
Yes, I do.
What is your motto?
It's peace through superior firepower.
Well, fuck you. Strike through community is better.
No. Buttclenchean LTD has a better motto. Clench your butts.
Yes, of course. But
when did that become a thing?
Since I came up with it.
About 5 seconds ago.
Might need you if you fly their ship.
Exactly.
Hard on you.
But to be honest, I feel like that really kind of outlines the benefits of joining GLSU over another organization. True. I mean, if you're in CSYN, you'll probably be doing some stuff with the Outlaws Aerospace Expo, but they don't actively like talk about it as much, in my opinion. At least I always say it in the message, just to give them shameless self-promotions, you know.
Tristan, Denmark never had an empire. It was only ever the Khmer Union. That's the mess they got, which fell within 100 years. So yeah, they failed.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, thanks for that, for interrupting us during our discussion. Strength through community, I feel, is like the most core thing. CSYN is, in my opinion, more of an alliance. We want to take it a bit of a step further. We want people to actually feel, you know, we're still an alliance, but, you know, I don't know. We're a bit more of a closer.
Ethan is more of a non-aggression pact.
Okay. Wait until CSYN people hear that, and then they're gonna disagree with you completely.
From everything I've heard, it's mostly just a big non-aggression pact. But then again, no one really tells me much. Everything I heard says more of a non-aggression pact with a little bit of working together.
Even though people don't really, is not an alliance, it's a family with creepy uncles. Yes, CSYN, it does have a lot of creepy uncles.
We're sorry that Glory's in there.
Mainly one called Jerry. He's very big within GLSQ as well.
Yeah.
So much that he's literally the current host of the stream. So yeah.
Yee. I think I've explained the persona of Jerry before on stream, but I don't know. I feel like GLSU, because it's made for smaller organizations, I feel like people, you know, I feel like the smaller organizations that I message, they kind of make it, they're a bit more comfortable. I think CSYN has such huge organizations that they might feel a bit intimidated. You know, that's one benefit that I think GLSU has. You know, we always are open to organizations. You know, we're never, well, unless you're in the Unity League, we'll never reject an organization. You know, so, yeah. There's probably a bunch of other benefits. I could go into it a lot further. And I think that could actually give me a good topic for something I was going to talk about later at the end of the QCast. So I'll have to remember that. Okay, so that's that. Moving on to the next question from Fleet Admiral Coke. This is actually a good one. This is Dual Universe in general. There's now 1,553 separate organizations on Dual Universe as of when I'm writing this on Thursday. And 1,366 of them are 3 members or less. What do you see as a future for these organizations? Will they be able to survive on their own, or eventually be consolidated into larger organizations?
They're most likely going to crash and burn onto the planet's surface and never be seen again.
That's actually a good question, Code. Will GLSU accept a larger organization? I would say yes. We would. However, we want to have equal representation. And we're trying our best to work with that. So we won't
equal representation. Feminism!
Yes.
Just stop.
We will never reject an organization, again, unless you're Unity League or Frog Swarm or TVR or, you know, the normal people. Like, for example, we have Axios Empire in GLSU. There are 40 members. You know, we won't reject them. So, Code, I mean, if you're interested in joining GLSU, I mean, you know, just hit me up. But, you know, we will never reject a smaller organization as long as they stay in our policies, which that's for another time, because I'm not in... Well, the only policy that I have right now is the policy of, you know, non-associated involvement with TVR, saying that they can have members in, but I'm not really enforcing that until alpha because people don't really pay attention. Best U News Chat 2017. Yes, it is. But anyways, what else? Okay, so let's get on to. Sorry about that. Let's get on to.
Okay. I want to finish. I want to make something added on to the thing about the smaller orgs. Before we move on, I think that they might they'll survive. I think a lot of them may survive, but they won't actually get anywhere. I think a lot of them you're mostly just going to see them flying around small little fighters and never really going beyond that.
Yeah.
Unless they join a larger group. So smaller orgs, they'll survive. Some of them will die horribly.
I think smaller organizations
they'll never get anywhere.
ODY can't leave CSYN. We're in CSYN, you idiot. You can be in CSYN and GLSU at the same time.
Yeah.
And we're not side chicks. We're better than CSYN. We already established this. All right.
Calm down, Becky.
Calm down, Jerry. You can't rape him, don't worry.
Am I Becky or Jerry here? Alright, I can only be one persona. I can only be one persona at a time, right? If I'm Becky, then I'll have to talk my Valley Girl accent for the rest of the stream.
Okay, Becky.
Okay.
That'd be hilarious.
So, well, I'll give a background. So basically, I have an addiction to Chipotle. Can CSYN joins GLSU. We just join each other and combine forces. That'd be weird.
Yes, CSYN can indeed join GLSU. That is fully on the table.
CSYN is a member of GLSU, and GLSU is a member of CSYN.
We're just all one big happy fuck show. That's basically what we are.
At that point,
well, Cringey and Astro are basically married, so...
No, we aren't!
that will be the reason for
Yeah, it's Cringey and Astro, and then Rocky and Glory.
Rocky and Glory. Yes. Okay.
Who's Penga gonna get then?
Sornir. All right.
I'm good with it.
Oh no, Penga will get Doc.
No. Penga,
Yes.
Penga can get Technics.
Technics.
Yeah.
Anyways, now let me talk about my Chipotle addiction. So I have an addiction to Chipotle, right? And back in like June, I always offend Chipotle for being for always being Valley Girl. So I had a Valley Girl accent and a Valley Girl persona called Becky because that's basically the most white basic bitch name that you can get. So basically, I always taught whenever I got Chipotle, and I actually did get Chipotle today. I talked in a Becky accent and fucking. Yes, I do know. Yes, I do have mental issues. Is this not obvious? All right. But anyways, so yeah, that's that was kind of a humorous thing. Gloria is also retarded. Yes, again, is this not obvious? Do I need to make it more obvious? But anyways, so yeah, I'm not gonna talk in Becky for the. What? What'd you say, Penguin?
I said next question.
Yes, next. Well, we didn't finish with Fleet Armor Cook's last question. So I do think personally that some of them, I think the ones that will survive, the 3-member organizations that survive, will probably be the ones that go into pirate organizations. Just realized that when you shout, you look like you sound like Chris Griffin from Family Guy. Okay.
Yeah, you do actually.
I never watched Family Guy, so
You should watch it.
I don't watch TV really at all. The only
So you should watch it.
like never watch. Yeah, I don't watch TV really. I'm more of I just watch YouTube a lot. As weird as that is.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
I know.
Yeah, that's how I watch it.
But anyways, so I think the ones that will be the ones that will survive will probably be more of like the pirate organizations. They'll just go around and like infest fighters and harass some of the smaller, bigger organizations, like the ones with 10, 20 members. I think that those will be the ones that will be the main targets of the 3-member pirate organizations. The other ones I think you will eventually be seen, like, once they realize that organization that they won't be able to really get much of anywhere. I think they will start to join into the larger organizations. At least that's my opinion.
One 3-man org that will survive is Buttclenchean Limited, being it's got 3 members and it's just suddenly made its way all the way to the top of GLSU. Yay!
Okay, here's a follow-up question that Fleet Armor Cook said. What can be done to preserve smaller orgs like these?
Nothing. They're gonna
Don't
fail.
blow them up. As tempting as it might be, don't blow them up.
Again, I think piracy is probably the best way to preserve them. I think the smaller organizations who will go into piracy will probably do okay.
Well, they don't need to go on piracy to survive. I mean, they just have to be willing to actually play. I mean, you won't need to resort to piracy. I mean, you can survive without doing that. In fact, not doing piracy gives you a better chance of surviving because you're going to make less enemies.
True.
Doing piracy, you're making enemies with everyone you attack, and therefore you're going to be a target. People are going to try to find you and destroy you. So piracy will do the exact opposite of helping you to survive.
Alright, well, fair enough. Okay, so that's Fleet Admiral Cook's last question. He did submit one more form, though. He said, not a question, but we will see you on the stream battlefield. So, basically, if any of you who don't know yet, tomorrow, which is Sunday, July 23rd, we will be doing a GTA stream with Turan Union. We will be doing a 5v5 quote-unquote war with them. Basically, it will be a best of 9 matches, and yeah, you should come along. The last stream I did with Turan Union, with some of the Turan Union guys, I did it with PJT, Fleet Admiral Coke, and Zach. I think not this past Friday, but the Friday before that, on Twitch. Some of you guys tuned in on that. I know Dexio and Astro were there. That was a lot of fun. It was basically comedic gold. So yeah, now it's gonna be it's gonna be basically me, Pengo, Rocky, Cringey, and Squidgy. At least that's the plan. We also have Doc and Technics on backup in case if we yeah, you were there, Dexio. I remember seeing you there on the stream on Twitch that I did the Friday before that we did with Turan Union. It was a conspiracy. Okay, cool. And then basically 5 Turan Union guys, and yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. We'll shoot. God, we will shoot some shit. I'm gonna give up now. We will have some fun, have some laughs, and yeah, we'll have some fun. What else? We'll have fun, and more fun, and laughs, and fun, and all that great stuff. But yeah,
I think you're broken.
I am. I really am. But yeah, you should all tune into that. It will be tomorrow, at some point in time. We'll announce when we'll be going live. Yeah, and everything like that. You having fun flipping that table, Penga? All right. So, moving onward. Now we got one from Nesu asking, how much will it cost per month? How much will Dual Universe cost per month, everyone?
Money!
Money! Yes! She shoots Turan ships on the seashore. Yes. Okay.
Just give up. Turan ships on the seashore. Glory just can't speak.
No, I can. I just gave up on it. She shoots Turan ships on the seashore. There you go.
You're slow.
She shoots Turan ships on the seashore. Better?
You're so slow.
Better?
Say it quicker than
talking
Pengo.
about saying it slow. So
Yeah, you say it quick, Pengo.
She shoots Terran ships on the seashore.
Okay.
You were slow.
Yeah, you were slow, bitch.
Oh.
Alright.
You were the same speed as Goku.
She shoots Terran ships on the seashore.
Yes.
Just move on.
Alright, so how much will the game cost per month? This is a test of knowledge for all of us. How much will it cost? Anyone?
No idea.
In what currency?
Dollars. Because I'm guessing...
I'm assuming $50
Too
a
much,
month.
because dollars is shit.
From what I last heard, and this is, I think, the common rule of thumb, it will be free at release, and per month it will be $10 to $13. I heard 10 to 13 for subs for a month, and it will be cheaper if you buy it in bulk. So 50 if you buy it for 6 months, and 100 if you buy it for 12. Really? I remember like all the 10 to 10 to 13 euros. Maybe I'm thinking of euros.
Yeah, if it's 10 to 13 euros, they'd probably put it around 15 USD.
Yeah. And then you also have the dual access coupons that you can buy, that you can sell in the in-game market, and those are, I think, 18 to 20 euros or dollars, something around there.
Yeah. And if they're doing about $15 a year or $15 a month, that would come out to around 180 a year. So
Damn.
getting that $100 for 12 months or 120 for 12 months or whatever it's going to be would be a pretty big saving.
Yeah, that'd be expensive. All right. So.
Well, that's the way it is.
Yeah. All right.
They get you with the monthly payments, even though they look small.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. So, next question from our good old friend Tristan, one of the original hosts who didn't speak at all. Will you make it easier to become? Will you make it easier in the future to become a full member of GLSU? So, I think it deserves worth to explain what the difference is between an associate and a full member. An associate of GLSU is basically it's the base person. It's not a peasant.
Yes, they are. They're all peasants.
Peasant.
They're the people who are not as integrated into GLSU. They're not.
Yeah.
They don't have any real say, but basically non-aggression.
They are scum.
Yes.
Scum class.
Okay, apparently these guys know it, so why don't you guys just explain it, and then I'll explain it. So you guys explain. Just explain what it is. And
associate. Okay.
Tango, you're the clever one. Say it.
Yes, I will. I know I'm clever. Thank you very much.
What have you done, Cringey?
The associates are more of being an associate is more of a non-aggression pact than it is any real alliance. Like there's still other bonuses that things that we plan on having that members get, or that associates get, that non-associates don't get. I think some of those are there's some slight discounts and such planned. And then the members get better discounts. They also get they also have the chance to take seats in different areas, different departments. So like there's in the military parts, which are more chief of staffs, which include the chief admiral of Navy, which is what I do. There's the chief general of the Army. Then you have stuff like the Department of Defense, which handles more of the policing force and such for our Project Collective. And you can get seats as well as the different department heads, like internal, like extra foreign affairs, infrastructure, that sort of stuff. So the members get access to be able to fill these positions and actually, do a bit more on top of the discounts and such.
You having a fun background noise back there, Pengo?
Yeah, random background noise. Yeah.
So that was a pretty good explanation of it. Here's what I envision associates and full members to be. Associates are basically the base members of GLSU. They don't have, like, I wouldn't say that they don't have any say in the government, and they aren't just a non-aggression pact, what Penga said. I think that's a bit harsh, but
they are scum.
Well, I mean, my point was that they don't get as much say as like a group that's a full member, because the full members are able to take those positions in the department.
Associates basically are the base members. They get you know, they're a lot of the things are laid out in detail in our collective document, which is available in our news on our Discord. I suggest you read that over if you want to know that in full. But will we ever make it easier in the future to become a full member? Not really. Full members are basically more loyal associates. They aren't allowed to have members of their organization or be members of other organizations. Like, say, I don't know, say Pango was an associate, even though he's already a full member, right? Say Pango was an associate and he was a member, he also was a member of Empire. If he applied, he would have to leave Empire. He can still work with Empire, like you can still have something going, but it's just more of like a loyalty thing, like don't have any members in.
No split loyalty.
Yeah, it's loyalty.
We can't have, because otherwise if something were to happen between the two groups, you'd be stuck between one or the other, and at that point, that puts you in a position where you can screw over us.
Exactly.
And we don't want that.
Yeah, that's
And
mainly
so
the
full
thing.
members have to be dedicated to GLSU. They cannot have any serious allegiances to anyone else.
Exactly. And if you are a member of another organization, with the exception of CSYN, since we're members of CSYN, that kind of puts you in a gray area, and of course it makes it challenging. So that's why. Will we ever make it easier in the future? Probably not. It's
If
always
anything,
been...
it might get harder in the future.
I wouldn't say it would get harder, but...
Well, for security reasons and such, when it's actually released and we get established, we may need it to be harder.
I wouldn't say it'll get...
selective.
I don't think it will get any easier, but that's basically what the difference is. And of course, like Pengo said, full members are able to take up seats in our administration and our bureaucracy. Of course, all three of these guys in the hosts. What if an organization wants to join GLSU, is allied with a CSYN rival? Who's a rival of CSYN? Unity League?
No.
Yeah, we've already said Unity League, they'll be kicked out.
Yeah, Unity League.
Don't like Unity League.
Yeah, Unity League. No Unity League people.
Not only that, I think a lot of this stuff will have to be handled on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, and I do handle it normally on a case-by-case basis when I go through and everything like that. So, yeah.
And it'll also really depend on what sort of relation that they have with that other group.
Yeah. All right.
If it's non-aggression pact and non-aggression pact, non-aggression pact, we go to war with them, they just stay out of it, and they've kept up their end of the non-aggression pact.
Okay, moving onward. This next question is from Corporate Fungi. What type of entity do you see yourself as? A state, a trade union, a corporation? So, I'm guessing he's referring to GLSU here. GLSU is basically a... What entity do we see ourselves as? I consider GLSU to be seen as a... Well, like I said...
a mix.
A corporation-led union. It's basically a union of smaller organizations that basically work together, and, that's about it.
Yeah, because we have sort of the structure of a corporation as far as the administration goes. I mean, mine sort of, my organization is set up the same way. In a way, it's a corporate military. We have military aspects, which is the people who actually go out and fight, and then you have the corporation aspect of it, which is what makes a lot of the major decisions. Of course, the corporate doesn't have direct control over the military, because otherwise you'd be sitting around doing nothing but twiddling your thumbs while the war's going on, and you're sitting there trying to figure out what to do.
Okay, so that's that one question. This next question again is from Tristan. Will the Opium Federation ever be let inside again? We took a vote on this actually a while back. Opium Federation has apologized to us for, well, Kale has apologized to us for what he said, and we accepted their apology, but they wanted to be let back in. We decided that immediately letting them back in just would not be the best decision, and also it seems like we might not know if Kale is just saying that to get back in, and he'll probably go back, and he could go back to whatever he was saying about us beforehand. So we decided, you know what, in a couple months, if they give them a couple months and see what happens, and if they really want to be let back in, then they'll have to reapply back. They'll have to apply. They'll go through and they'll talk to all of us, and we'll make the decision then.
Except now they know our plan, and so it's kind of hard to gauge what their response would have been if they didn't already know this information.
You retard, Glory.
Well,
the point of making them wait, you're not supposed to tell them, because otherwise they know that there's a chance that they'll get back in, so you're not going to get the same reaction.
Okay.
Now you'll get a completely different reaction if they watch this.
I don't care. I mean, they can, and they still have to go through me. I'm still very hesitant to let them back in, even if they would try to apply. So, we'll see what happens. All right, it's not that big of a deal. All right. So, this next question is from Krurok. Will organizations in GLSU band together in times of need, or will they remain separate, doing their own thing? If they do work together, how do you envision coordination between the different groups? Glory fail. Stay tuned, folks.
This kind of has to do with military in a way.
Yeah.
We're talking about when we go to war.
The goal is the majority of organizations in GLSU will work together.
The idea I have for as far as military goes to do it sort of the way that EVE Online is set up, does it with military, with the major null-stack alliances. You don't have people that are specific. You don't so much have people that are do this, that are specifically PvP and only do that. You know, it's more of a less say, we're not at war. You can do you go off, you do your own thing. You know, you work together. You know, with people that you want to work with. You basically do your own thing. But when it comes to war, you're basically set. It's basically a general, we send out a general message to everyone saying, hey, we need people on now. We have a battle to go fight. We try to get as many people as we can on, and they all go underneath a specific military group, like a specific structure, rather than having each person completely doing their own military. Because if you have each person doing their own military, that's extra work you have to do with coordination. That's completely unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, you know, they might still have their own militaries for when it's, you know, when they're off doing their own thing. But when it comes to an alliance or, well, a GLSU-wide war, like a war on GLSU as a whole, then it should be under one flag, one command structure. This way, there's no dealing with the individual organizations and their own styles of commanding, and you have one system that's a lot easier to follow. And a lot of it too, you're not going to see a whole lot of, you know, extremely structured military. A lot of it's going to more than likely just be a, hey, get in fleet. Once we're all together, we'll move together to the battle location. At that point, it's pretty much just going to be, you coordinate with the people on your ship, or if you're running fighters, you might coordinate with other fighters. I mean, that's going to probably be the extent of it. Beyond that, it's mostly just kill everything that's not us.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, as far as cooperation goes, as long as people don't complain about a structure, you know, and try to cause issues with a structure like that, it could very well work reasonably well. As long as people, you know, obviously we might have to have some sort of training system, to sort of make sure everyone's on the same page when it comes to the protecting GLSU as a whole. Because you don't want people using some set of commands or, you know, words and no one else knows what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah. All right. Well. And then we got one final question from, again, Krurok. And he asked, if your organization was under attack and you could only save one other member, who would it be and why? Now, I think...
Me.
Hell no. I think I kind of discussed this a little bit last night. Basically, I would more than likely save Technics, our minister, not our minister, the head of the Department of Infrastructure, because he knows a lot. Alright, bye Tristan. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.
So, you'd rather save the minister of, department head for infrastructure, the infrastructure department head, rather than the military leader?
Yep.
Well,
Technics knows a lot of things. I mean, he can program. He can.
Well, this is in game. This is in game, not.
I know, but he can program. He doesn't disagree with me. He's chill. Assassinate Technics. Noted. But I'd prefer to save Technics probably. And if Technics would get assassinated, let's see. I'd probably save, I don't know, probably Pengo or Rocky. Because both of them, Rocky and I work well together when we actually do work. And then Pengo and I, Pengo's fun. Add Rocky to the list, Texio. Okay. So those are all the questions. Yeah. So, how's the rest of your guys' day going? Day going good?
Must eliminate the opponent.
It's raining.
It's raining. Ooh, that's never good. Okay. Well, we will do have a kill one, get one free. I had empathy on the military issue the other day. We will need to gamify it in a way. Technics that Pengo, check inner circle. That he's talking about the military. My shade question was not asked. Yeah, I deleted that because it was not a legit question. The only two legit questions I asked was Dexio and Code because they both took time to write that, I can tell. So, yeah. The last thing I wanted to discuss, this was kind of an interesting one. It was actually brought up by our good old friend, the boss, in the DUHS Discord. Yesterday in the DUHS Discord, he was complaining that this state of affairs thing that Kurok created was not fair towards TVR and was very anti-TVR, and
That's because he doesn't like TVR.
Because the boss doesn't like TVR, or because Kurok doesn't like TVR?
Kurok is in TU. No, he is in CSYM, which is
he's in
literally
CSYM.
What UI was against. So,
I know.
Yeah.
But basically, he was complaining about, of course, he wanted DUHS to become more neutral, right? And he was saying that, maybe pull up the DUHS Discord. He was saying that, and people were saying that, neutrality, like, where they only see the facts. And people were like, neutrality isn't really possible here, but we try to get as many opinions as possible. So,
if you want one that's sort of pro-UL, make it yourself.
That's what I suggested. If he wants a Unity League thing that's actually legitimate and not frickin' like neutral. If he wants something to be neutral, then he can make it himself. I mean, true, I don't think people will really pay attention to it, but I would because it's content, and I pay attention to all content. I watched the Unity League discussion over again just to see if there was anything that I could use, but you know, let's see. So, in my opinion, if you know. I was thinking, this kind of got me to thinking. I texted, I messaged Dexio in the DMs yesterday actually on this. I was saying I would actually be really interested in doing a editorial type of thing, like almost like editorials in a newspaper article, basically, in newspapers, where you just kind of discuss things and give editorials. Not sure what he was complaining about. Oh, It's the boss. What do you expect? Yes, I agree. Kurok. But I was thinking, if DUHS would ever make a website like almost like a newspaper, then I definitely want to be a writer on there and give editorials. But I was thinking, yesterday when when that was happening, I was thinking, there's really a way better place to write that. Outpost Zebra, of course, we've discussed this before, is the Aether's website where basically, I wouldn't say it's a forum, but Pengo calls it a forum. And I was thinking, there's a lot of interesting, little articles on here that you can kind of read. I was thinking, maybe I should start doing articles on here in editorials, and because I feel like this website doesn't really get the recognition it deserves. So I was thinking, I'm gonna bring this up on stream tomorrow, and I'm gonna get the audience opinions on it. So I have always been told that I was a good writer, and I'm not trying to brag off it or anything, but in my opinion, I do think I'm a better writer than I am a speaker. I mean, have you seen these? I mean, I'm terrible at this. But
yep.
Thanks, Rocky. I appreciate it. But
no problem.
I was thinking, I could always try to, do these editorials where I talk about some things. can your pen name be JUGL? I actually had an idea for that. So I wanted audience opinion. So if anyone is watching right now, please let me know if you'd be interested or if you would read articles that I would do on Outpost Zebra, because I would love to do them personally. I would do editorials based on, I don't know, I have a few ideas already. I was thinking maybe my first actual editorial, because the first one I was going to explain basically what
Lexio, don't do that. You meme again.
I was thinking, you know, writers are welcome to write for DUHS, and DUHS may get dedicated pages on Outpost Zebra. That'd be awesome. Pango, fuck off. But so I don't know. Outpost Zebra is a good place where I think it'd be good to write. I would do, you know, like I said, editorials probably every Monday, I was thinking. You tell me to make you a blog, and now you're free. Well, Technics, until you get your blog up, then I can do this. All right? You know? I mean,
Glory has his needs.
yes, I need I mean, if you ever do a blog, I will switch over to that. But, you know, let's just take a look at the GLSU official website right here. I mean, it's no offense, Technics, but it's not much. We once things get it's on our
code. Just stop.
Code, fucking kill yourself. All right. It's on low priority list now. All right. Hey, don't you dare show that. Oh, wait. I forgot. Scene. See? Look at this beautiful website. But I do have to credit Code. He did, I mean, not Code, Technics. He did make this, like, he's making this all himself. So, you know, he's not using fucking WordPress or Wix or anything like that. He's actually making this all himself, and you know, we should give him credit. And you know, he's doing an awesome job so far, and he has promised me that he will update the look of it. So, you know, I'm legit annoyed.
Once I get my crap.
What's so bad? I'm showing off your work, Technics. This is awesome. This is awesome what you did.
Nice, Clark. He gave out his IP address to everyone in the chat.
That's never mind.
Well done, Glory.
I can never.
Again, you show you retarded.
I can never do anything correct. All right, fine. All right, I give up now. All right, I can always. I think I can edit in like a freaking bar over the thing if it's that big. But okay. So if people wanna do that, then I will gladly do it. So yeah, please let me know in the comments or anything like that if you're interested in me doing that, and you know, I'll gladly do it and everything like that. And let's see, I think that's the last thing. Yeah. Anything else to add, guys?
Life.
Life is amazing.
No.
No, it isn't. Fall off a cliff, please.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're gonna end it off now. So, all right. Thank you everyone for watching. Again, thank you for all of your support and everything. Yeah. We will see you next week. Again, tune into our thing tomorrow. And, yeah. We will see you next week. Bye, guys.